Oh my God, at the rabbit hole, we're going to step off into today's episode. Holy cow. Hello, everybody. This is Frogman. Welcome back to FTB Skies. Last episode, we did a little bit of work, kind of cleaning up. Whoop, not that book. This book over here. We're getting ready to have a lot of fun. I've actually been at this for way too long. Last episode, we cleaned up this challenge and we cleaned up this challenge, basically just trying to get a few things going. And this is coming to the point where I'm kind of a little bit aggravated. I've been at this for about an hour now trying to come up with a process for how to figure out the next little thing, and it's this little process. Now, I don't mind magic mods. I'll just put it straight up and honest with you. I don't mind magic mods. I don't mind complex mods. I don't mind a lot of the kind of stuff. But what I do kind of mind about is the fact that this mod, for one, could have been introduced to us way earlier up along these lines, to where we could have actually been forced to use it a little bit. And for that matter, this chapter could be a little bit more fleshed out as to kind of explain how things go. I understand it's a kind of a simple, easy, open world kitchen sink pack, pretty much to the most point, that has been given a little bit of things. There's some challenges down here on the bottom that require you to do a little bit of investigation prior to figuring things out, which was why we kind of fiddled around with this one just a little bit. And we're going to play around with ours in this pack when we do these two things. And of course, there's some other fun stuff in this. This Essence of Legends is going to take us quite a little while to play around with and figure things out. But Today we're going to work on building a dimensional mineshaft. And this, again, is where I would have loved a pre-introduction to occultism further than the beginning level of what we had been given in this here, which means just force me to do something in this chapter outside of that. That's all I'm going to ask. Just force me to do something outside of this chapter besides that. So let's talk about the little rabbit hole I just kind of stepped off into. And then I got to a certain spot and I said, okay, we got to stop. We got to stop because it's not working anymore. My brain is slowly melting and I needed to sit down and actually figure things out. When you want to play with occultism, I highly suggest just finishing that top line and then just ignoring the rest of this. Just get into that part right there, because this book is ridiculous. I'm not exactly in love with the construction, and I'm not exactly in love with how the system is functional. It's not going backwards the way it needs to work, and things don't technically line up the way they need to line up. I'm not exactly a humongous fan of this, but it's the only way I can see forward. So I'm trying to do everything I can right now not to watch a YouTube tutorial or read online how to make it work. I'm trying to just use the manual that has been given to me in the game, because JEI has no idea what I'm doing. And I have a friend. Where are you? Upstairs? 1 second. There he is. And let me kind of explain to you why I believe JEI has no idea what I'm doing. So you can kind of see some of the stuff. I've already created a few things because, again, you have to kind of work through a few little steps to try to figure some stuff out. So we'll kind of talk about it as we go through. I'm not going to try to spend 30 minutes, I hope, but I'm going to try to clear up at least the last hour and a half of work that I've been trying to do, or hour work that I've been trying to do, to try to figure out how this absolutely or actually does work. So for all intents and purposes, this is a really interesting mod that has a lot of really cool kinds of neat stuff in it, including some very nice deep storage and remote access to your storage. And there's some familiars and summoning rituals that allow you to do a few things, plus a bunch of rituals in here, and like just a lot of really neat kind of stuff. And probably we should have messed with it a little bit earlier on. So our goal is a dimensional mineshaft. So we'll work our way through the dimensional mineshaft, dimensional mineshaft rituals. This is the ritual of what we need to be able to convert or take a bound djinn, whomever this will be, and turn them into a little thing with a bunch of stuff. This going to first step of what I'm not a huge fan about is that if you're not paying attention, you're not going to know that this is what you need to do. So it says open this pinnacle up so that you can go to this point so that you know what's going on. That's the first point that I don't care for, because of the fact that if you're going to give me a ritual that looks like this on the floor, then put it right here. Don't make me click another button. Just put it right here. This is the only thing that I'm going to probably use that for. So, I mean, there's a couple of little things, sure, but for the most part, they're all the same as far as I can tell. So anyhow, that's the first problem that I've had. The second problem is the back and forth in between. This is, I don't know, it's just, this could be built better. This book could definitely be built better, because it goes back to the last place I was here. Instead of opening the tab, so like here, if we were on this one, close the tab, I clicked on the tab, just take me back to the root so that I can see where things go. I know I'm kind of ranting a little bit. I just, again, wasted an hour of my time trying to figure out how to make this thing work. So anyhow, let's talk about how we need to get to this point for the Dimensional Mineshaft. Now, Dimensional Mineshaft is a magical infinite miner that you create, and then you bind a demon to, and it'll work for you. It'll produce ores over time, which is pretty stinking cool. I don't know how fast it is. We'll probably test it before we hand it in, or whether or not I'm supposed to hand it in, I don't know. But this is something that should have been pointed out to us way early. However, this is a kind of a late game thing, I would say, as far as occultism is concerned. Been kind of, like I said, I've been kind of trying to concentrate on the technical side of stuff and not really use a lot of the magic, although we are using a little bit of magic downstairs as far as things go. But anyhow, Dimensional Mineshaft. We'll just go through all of this stuff real quick. We'll hit an A on that so that we have the, no, I want that, and this is the right one. Craft. Okay. So that, of course, is going to show you all the fun stuff. In here, we have to create a book of binding for a djinn. So again, these are kind of an interesting thing. You build a book of calling, which is, well, anybody's kind of a thing. You can do a bunch of stuff. You either do a book of calling, or you build a book of binding for a djinn, which is something simple like this. Book and quill with green dye and a purified ink. Purified ink is black dye tossed into spirit fire, something we have not played with in a really long time. I went ahead and crafted one of those. We have one of those ready to go. So that's fine. That was not all that hard to build. The next step, I guess, is trying to figure out what your actual ritual is going to be. So craft Dimensional Mineshaft, or it's a Striger's higher binding. All right, well, then we click into here and we go to this should say rituals or whatever. Anyhow, we need a binding ritual or higher binding of whatever. So then you wander around in here until you figure out where you need to go. There it is. Nice, wonderful. This is going to show us the pinnacle or the ritual that we have to build. It should not be a temple, blah, 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 all this kind of fun stuff. We blow it up. I don't really care. Anyhow, what is nice is we do get a show multi-block preview. So I can put this down so we can kind of see what we need to do. All right. Well, that's the ritual that we need in order to be able to do the thing. So if we go back over here and we click on this, it shows us that we're going to need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, what is that? Seven ritual bowls, sacrificial bowls. These are not impossible to make. If I click on the right button, they're just other stone. Other stone, again, is andesite thrown in a spirit fire. We're already well past this. The thing is then it gets interesting. Then it gets interesting with a couple of the other things. So we're going to need candles. Candles are simple. Candles, once again, just a little bit of tallow and some string and some spirit attuned crystals. Spirit attuned crystals are just tuned gems, and those are made by throwing a diamond into spirit fire. Now, I'm kind of wishing I would have started this mess a lot earlier, because we probably could have had a little bit of fun with it. And maybe when we play another mod pack that has this in it, we might try to do this with a little bit of a more fun later on. So went ahead and crafted a bunch of this stuff, but this is when we get into the interesting parts. As we see on this ritual, as you can see, we need white chalk, gold chalk, and purple chalk. So white chalk, not impossible to make. It is just basically impure white chalk that is burnt otherstone and otherworld ashes. Those are just otherworld wood, which you have to grow, and burnt otherstone, which you have to smelt. And otherstone is just stuff you throw, again, into a spirit fire. That's not impossible. That's not hard. The golden chalk is not all that hard to make either. It's just gold dust and glowstone dust with an impure white chalk. Again, not hard to make. It's that thing right there that it starts to get a little bit silly. So a purple chalk. Impure chalk, which is impure white chalk, obsidian dust, and crushed endstone from Occultism. There is only one way you can make that. Period. Only one way you can make that. That is a crusher spirit, which you take a piece of endstone, and I'm guessing you give it to the spirit or however this thing works, that you then go. This is where the problem comes, and this is where the rabbit hole in my head started to really hurt, is that JEI shows you here that this is a crusher spirit. It doesn't tell you which one outside of a myriad or myriad spirit. There's a problem with this. I can't get that without doing some other things. So again, here's where we're going to look, and this is where JEI's messed up. Fatima's incentivized attraction summon myriad, so very fast crusher, very fast crusher. For one, it requires a book of binding for one of those, requires all this kind of stuff, and it gives you that. The problem is, I can't craft that. Where is it? That one. This one right here, this is in summon and or be able to use this spirit to be able to do the work. It requires, do this down. We'll put this down right there. It requires red chalk. See red chalk? See red chalk? This is where, like I said, I know y'all are probably screaming at me already. Red chalk. No, I can't make red chalk right now. Red chalk requires an Efreet essence, and the only way we can get that is by summoning one of them. So if we want to go to summoning things, let's go to summoning, and we click over here. We have to do an open somebody's this, whomever this is, and if you look, it's purple. So this is where JEI is having a problem. Now, whether or not it's just because I'm not smart enough to just realizing at this point in time, or whether or not this is the way the game actually is going to function. We don't need, I hope we don't need to do that. So let me sleep, and we're going to try to do the thing that we need to do that should work. So initially in the book here, in the very beginning started, it says first ritual. Click on that button. It says first ritual, click open, all this kinds of fun stuff. It shows you somebody's open circle for a slow crusher for a Faliot or whomever this is. Slow crusher. I'm absolutely hoping this is going to be what we need, because this is just a white ritual. So let's go downstairs. I didn't want to do that. Let's go downstairs. We'll start playing around with some of this stuff. I've already had a spot set up over here. I've been circling and circling and circling and circling and circling, trying to figure out what I want to do with this. So our first goal is I need to summon one of these people and then set them up as a crusher so that I can hopefully crush endstone. I don't understand why I'm back over here again. There. This. I want this one right here, and hopefully this will work. So that is going to require a book of bindings for this, and then I need a bunch of that stuff, of which I don't currently have. I'm going to have to go get that. Let's go ahead and get all this together, and hopefully this will do what I need it to do, because if not, I'm frustrated past all beyond belief. So let me go get my materials, and we should be good to go shortly. All right, so our initial thing that we need to do is job slow crusher using this particular ritual. Let's place this down, and we'll put it right there. And I should already have most of the parts ready to go. We'll place this down here, and I guess we only need 4 of these, so those can go like so. And then I need to draw the white chalk glyph thingy in place. Oh, neat. So you can just I wonder if it wastes stuff, but anyhow. And then we need some white candles. Cool. And I assume supposed to light those. How I light? Oh, no. I guess I don't light them. Whatever. Okay. So now the next step here is a crushing. Can I just get this crushing down? That one right there. Okay, so I need a Falliot or whomever that is. So somebody like this. This book, not hard to make. You take a book of binding, which is built something around like so. So it's just some white dye and some purified ink, of which is black dye thrown in a thing. This is very important. Depending on what you're trying to summon is what colors you want to put around the book and quill. So I guess what we need to do is, where's the crusher? This one. A, there, U. So you want raw silver, raw iron, raw gold, and raw copper. Please tell me I have all that. Yes. And then I need the, where is the thing that I just made? I know I have one of those around. I know I made it. There it is. He got put away somehow. Go. Okay. I'm scared. Why is it taking so long? Okay, there it goes. Boy, that's a long time. I'm assuming I can probably do some other stuff, but I'm not going to do it. Put this stuff away while we wait. We don't need that, don't need that, don't need that, and don't need that. Okay. One more. Hi. So, can I pick you up? Oh. All right. So, all right. That's really cool. What can I do with you other than that? So, I guess what we need to do is give you some end stone. Maybe? No? And then I wait. All right. Cool. There. That's what I needed. So then the problem is, what do I do with you now? Can I like put you somewhere that you're not in the way? Thank you. That's exactly what I needed from you. Thank you very much. Now we have to go back through the rest of the steps. How in the world am I going to take care of you? Can I perhaps put you in a thing? Will you go in here? Thank you. Perfect. We'll put you in here where you can stay forever. I'm pretty sure there's probably some other way of containing them, because that's probably the last time I'm ever going to need this. Okay, next step. The next step is that got us the white or the crushed end stone that I need in order to be able to make the purple chalk. So purple chalk. Where did it go? Amazing. Thank you very much. We tossed you in there. That gets us all the fun stuff that goes there. So then the final thing. And I think I can leave those in place, but let's go see what we have as far as this next ritual is concerned. So the next ritual that we need is going to be hopefully this one, right? This one. How much do I got to move? Doesn't look like any. It's adding on top of it, except for those right there, isn't it? Okay. So if I do that, 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 this, and then the gold chalk. Done? Nice. Okay, cool. So then the final part, I guess, is we need to get this set up. So sacrificial bowl, block of icium. I hope this doesn't like blow anything up, but okay, so 1, 2, 3. I guess we'll just put them all down for right now. I need to make another one of these crystals. So that requires us to do some gold, some block of it, that, and another spirit attuned crystal. So spirit, I think we can do that, right? One of those. Wanted one of these, right? Piece of gold. I know I have a bunch of that other material. Block of that. All right, we'll do one of those. So, and then we need the book and 2 pieces of other stone. So 2 pieces. 4. What am I saying? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Put you over there with this and that. Okay. So again, like I stated, this is a jinn. I don't know how you want to say that exactly. So recipe on him, just some green dye and some stuff. It's either going to like it or it's not. Oh, there it goes. Okay, so maybe we just sit here and patiently wait on all that to go away. Okay, that took uncomfortably long. Uncomfortably long. But I guess I don't know how much else past that goes to where it needs to go. But there we go. Dimensional Mineshaft. Let's go see what we can do with this. Now, I don't want to turn it in just yet. I know what's supposedly going to happen. Let's take us a nap real quick. Oh, where's a hopper? Hopper. I want to see how fast this thing is because it's probably something we should have been seeing a long time ago. I might make another one depending on how things go. So we'll do this. And we'll do this. And I'll place you on top. Oh. How I use. Where book? So it's important to regulate them. Spirits in lamps can be inserted from the top. All other sides can be used to extract items. I'm guessing I have to do more work than just that, like put a spirit or something in it anyway. Okay, fine. We'll deal with this another time. That was enough frustration for me for that amount of time. That took incredibly. I know we probably made that happen in a short amount of time. Believe me, that took me an hour and a half of reading through this book to try to figure out how to get that to work. So cool. Give it to them. Let's get it over with. I'm fine with that. Thank you very much. Nice. Awesome. All of those. Sure, we'll take some more of that stuff there. And thank you very much. Awesome. There is some stuff that I really wished I would have had time to play with, and maybe again, if we have a little bit more time, we're trying to kill some times. I really wanted to see kind of, and I said I might just do it off camera, but there's some really neat stuff in here that they should have seriously pushed on you to make. This dimensional storage is cool because it's pretty much just a massive storage system that you can fill full of whatever and craft right straight from. So good. Put all that stuff away. That was minorly nerve-wracking. I do apologize because for the amount of work, I mean, I'm not planning on opening many chance cubes. That was an awful lot of work for that. So again, I know it doesn't look like much, but that's definitely one more down that we can continue on. So I think with this one, to close it up, let's go ahead, since we can summon the thing that we need to summon with this thing, we'll go ahead and summon those, get that over with, and then we can end it. So I need to, now that I know how to do it, summoning, get back over to ritual, summoning rituals. That comes in through here, summoning rituals to there. We need open conjure, which is going to be... Put this down. I need white, purple, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see, 8 candles, 2 skulls, 2 wither skulls. I don't know why I put all that stuff away. Those are all downstairs. Okay, so chalk. Should not have put that stuff away. We need you, and then skulls, which we should have several. 1, 2, and 1, 2, and all of the other things around. What does it take to summon them? I need to make a... Do I have to do this every time? Okay, so I need one of these. Another book. Okay, so I'm assuming we're going to do something like that. That should be one of those, and then I can summon or bind with one of these. Okay, put that... I didn't want to do that. Skulls. 1, 2. 1, 2. And I'm just going to, I guess, wipe this all up. Or at least, well, let's just borrow these pieces real quick. And I think I'll take this one up top. We don't need any of those, right? Where's the book? Where did you do with book? Uh-oh. Book, give me book back. Give me that book back. Okay. We don't need anything else, correct? So summoning. We just need all of that stuff. And a cow. I can do that. I can definitely do that. Give me a second. All right, so let's try that up here. I think... So you put that down. We need candle, 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 candle. And then I need the white skull. They don't care which direction they face. I guess we'll face them inwards then. And that, and then all of the white. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's a lot. Don't even bother counting them. I don't know whether I got those right or not. Whatever, we're going to find out. And then that in the middle. And then we need 4 pedestals with the stuff that we need. So we need flint and steel, quartz, netherrack, gunpowder. We'll make a fresh one just in case. And then I have the book, which I'm guessing probably we need to place in there. You're happy with that? Everybody looks good? Right? All right, cool. And I need to bring a cow out. I'm going to hope I can capture this thing. Looks like that worked. So now I have to sit here and wait on that to do what it needs to do. Okay, yep, it worked. Thank you for your stick. I didn't want that. Go. Oops. 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 That's gonna burn all my trees down, isn't it? Enough. Click enough. Click faster. I forgot they popped out of the top. Whoa. Why not fun for a little bit, huh? Some silly, crazy fun for just a little bit. Next time I'll make sure they spawn inside. That's a lot of blazes. All right, enough. Huh, well, that was fun. All right, we got what we needed on that part too. We'll just go ahead and turn that one in. And probably some of this other stuff, so I think we're pretty well close to that. So I think that's enough for right now. Next time, we'll finish completing the God-Forged runes and start to work on this kind of thing here. Probably should start to get to work on some of these as well. There's some things in here that I really need to necessarily start stacking up on. This sounds like a lot. It really probably only take about 20 minutes, maybe 20, maybe 30 minutes to create. So we'll see what happens when we get there. Anyhow, I think that's enough for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Bye. They burnt my trees down.